Welcome back to the Franklin Factor podcast. I am here with Carrie Bond.
Hello.
And we are both so excited to talk about all of the nitty-gritty on our builder programs today. So if you have been listening for a while now and have been wanting to know more and more details about our programs and how we are able to sell over 1,000 homes a year, new construction, you are at the right place.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like over the last several episodes, we've talked very high level about all these builder programs that we offer. But today we're going to share all the details.
All the details. So we are so excited.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess what we can start with is maybe talk about our background and how we
got here.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So, and we have talked about it before, so I don't want to go too far into the background, but I will kind of briefly explain.
Yes.
So Jimmy is my dad. He's the founder of the company. He started the company about 41 years ago, maybe. He was just a normal realtor, normal producer, slowly started seeing that he had a unique ability, I would like to say, from my strategic coach learnings. And he realized that he can provide some other values to builders. He started this buyout program probably 20, 25 years ago, somewhere in that range, and has been partnering with builders. And now the Franklin team has been partnering with builders. We probably have, Carrie, how many builders do you think we have on our list? 20?
20, I would say 20-ish. Yes.
And of those 20, we are either the sole person, the only person that they refer to, or we are one of a few. We are the only one, though, in Houston with a contingency removal program. So we are so excited to dive in and tell you a little bit more about that.
So we have a lot of programs, right?
Yes.
So let's first dive into, I would say, like our
initial seller's assistance program that is essentially two programs, but it's our big one that sets us apart, right?
Exactly.
It is like our baby.
So, I mean, and it has developed some over the years, but the framework of it is the same. And so, how about I be a builder salesperson right now, and you are a client that walks in, a buyer that's walking into my model home, and I start hearing things as I'm the builder salesperson. I'm asking questions, I'm doing discovery, I'm learning about my buyer that's in front of me and what new construction home might work best for them. And I start hearing some objections like,
I have a home to sell.
And okay, got it. Yes.
I don't have a realtor.
Oh, don't have a realtor. Okay. Those for me as a builder salesperson would be different cues where I'm like, okay, I've got somebody who's interested, but they have this objection. And in all of our sales, what are we trying to do? We're trying to remove objections. And so as the builder salesperson, I would think of the Franklin team and that guaranteed home buyout program and how I can help this person get into my new construction home and not have to worry about that home to sell. Especially in today's market, we are about to be into the fall of 2025 and days on market are higher than they have been. We have more inventory in Houston right now than we've ever had. And so I do think it is a concern. There's a lot of people that want to make a move, but there are some things that might be holding them back. And so what we're trying to do is help those builders move those people in the right direction with some of these programs. Tell me a little bit about what those two programs are that you said work hand in hand.
The programs that we offer are somebody comes in, they have a home to sell. They don't have a realtor. Those are really the two most important things. We can talk a little bit about our lease buyout that we do later on, but let's just stick with the home that has to sell. So they come in, they are then referred to us so we can have a meeting with them. We set up a meeting, go over the market analysis. We go over our marketing, all the different values.
We have our regular listing presentation,
listing presentation, but then on top of that, we go over the breakdown of what it looks like. So if we sell the home prior to that new home closing, what we do is we collect our normal 3%, and then we reimburse it when they close on the new home. So benefits of the program.
But it's an extra earnest money for the builder. So that client they'll get that money when they close on their new construction home. But what a benefit for a seller.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So they have that 3% savings. Huge. And then our plan, that's our plan A. Plan B is our buyout program. So if the home doesn't sell by the time the new one's ready, we come in and purchase it, typically a couple days before the new home is closing. The numbers that we agreed to are based on a third-party appraisal, and we pay 96% of that third-party appraisal.
What I love about that buyout program too is that it's all done up front. So when we're meeting with that seller and we're going over what the numbers could look like, we're giving them, here's what our market analysis says that we believe your home is worth, what an appraiser would say your home is worth, and we break down those numbers for them. They know what their worst case scenario could be up front, and depending on the client's situation, we may have 45 days to sell that home, or we may have 6 months to sell that home if they're building with the builder, they're building that home from ground up, but the client's guaranteed that from the beginning. So it's not like we're scrambling at the end trying to figure out, if these people can move forward.
And it's important because not only is it on an appraisal, so we're not the ones determining the value.
Right.
Years ago when the program started, we were the ones determining the value. We are not anymore. The other thing is if the market shifts, like a lot of people used to say, well, what happens if the market shifts down?
Yeah.
And it doesn't sell? Well, then we had a bad appraisal and we're still buying the home. So it is your worst case scenario.
Yes.
And I think that's very important. And one of the things that we have to drive home with our team, our listing team, is going in and letting these people know from the beginning, if these numbers work, you should accept it because it's like a free insurance policy, we always say.
Yeah.
So we buy it. They close on their new home. They get the money from the sale of their existing home. They close on their new home. The builder has a closing, even though their home didn't sell because we just bought it.
Yep.
Then we keep it on the market and it'll eventually sell.
Yes.
If we make any profit on it, we refund that profit to the existing home sellers. So that, to me, is a huge point to the client because they know that we're not over here lowballing them to make a profit like we buy ugly homes.
Yeah.
Right?
There's a lot of investors out there, and obviously they have their goal in mind. They know that they are going to make a profit from buying that home. They're going to buy it at a discount. They might renovate it. They might flip it. We're not doing that. Like, we're just trying to get the home sold. And where the Franklin team makes their money is by representing that buyer on their new construction home.
That's a big part of it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So essentially, we just provided a solution to not only the builder, our seller, and we got paid, and there were no bust outs. So if there's a loss on that home, it's on us.
Yes, it does
so
happen sometimes.
That does happen. It, just like an insurance policy, if the insurance company never has to pay out on a claim, then are they really an insurance company?
It's true. We're going to have some of those losses because markets change or because some things are out of our control. I know last year we had, we owned a home down in the very south of Houston, in a suburb south of Houston, and there was a hurricane last summer. And that neighborhood had downed trees and didn't have power for a while. And so that home sat on the market longer than probably we would have expected it to. And I think we had a small loss on that property. But, for us, again, that was out of our control. Like, we cannot control the weather. We can't control when hurricanes are going to come. But for that seller, they should feel confident, wow, like, I got into my new home. I didn't have to, even though the Franklin team had a loss, I didn't have to pay them anything else. It's really just on us, which is a risk, but at the end of the day, the reward that comes from us providing these solutions is it outweighs that.
Yes. And then a couple things that we would love to share about it that's kind of notable parts of the program is there is no price cap.
Right.
So we offer this on homes. The caveat to it is we like it to be a lateral or a move up situation. Yes. So that is a really good thing. The others is the earnest money. So we are very loyal. We believe that we are where we are because of that referral. So we don't take that referral and then go show them resale homes or let them switch builders even. Whoever referred them, we are loyal to. So they have to buy from that home. So let's say we sell the home 6 months before their new home is ready. We collect the 3%, but they start getting antsy because their new home's not ready yet. And they start looking at other builders. We will not give them that 3% back if they don't buy from that builder who originally referred them.
Yes.
And we save deals every year. that way.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I do want that $10 or $12 or $15,000. Like, it's a lot of money. And so I think that's it's a great point.
Yes.
And a way we're able to keep those deals with that builder.
Yes.
Several times a year.
Yeah.
So that's great.
So we look at the builders as our clients, right?
Yes.
And I think that's an important part of it too. So those were our two programs that are just our company specific. We do have an outside partner that we partner with for several different programs. One of them is a new program, and it's really great for somebody who doesn't want to list their home right away. And this is our Equity Unlock program.
Yes.
Carrie, you want to share some details about it?
Absolutely. It is such a great solution for a few different reasons. It's a great solution for those, like you said, that maybe don't want to list their property. So one of the caveats to our guaranteed home buyout program is that they do have to put their home on the market. And for some people, maybe that doesn't make sense. Maybe they have a family situation. Maybe it's pretty quick and they're more worried about moving and getting their stuff out of the house and don't want to get their home show ready, let's say. So what Equity Unlock can provide is basically like a bridge loan, but better, where there's not any mortgage payments with Equity Unlock. There's not a separate mortgage payment. There's there's not interest either. What's cool is that based on your credit score, we can unlock up to 80% of your home's value. You can use that 80% as a down payment on your new construction home, or you could even use some of that for the down payment. And maybe once you move yourself and your kids and the 4 dogs out of the house that you need to repaint or you need to redo carpet. Those types of things where if you made that investment that it would help your home sell faster and probably for more money. So you could use some of the equity for that as well. And it's still your home. So your existing mortgage is paid off. And what's great too is that new lien that's created doesn't go towards your debt to income ratio. So you still qualify for your new home. Once you move out, you get your home on the market and you're still the seller. You still get to control the whole situation. No one else is owning your home in that case. You still own it. And so you get to make all the decisions as far as working with your agent, with us, as far as price reductions go, and that sort of thing. And then when the home does sell, then that existing lien that new lien that was created gets paid off. And then whatever equity is left or whatever funds are left come back to you as well. So it's really cool.
Such a great program, especially for people who have lots of stuff and they found a spec inventory home. It's
perfect.
And don't want to worry about listing their home. It's a very nominal fee.
Yes.
And you don't start paying interest for 90 days, which is really cool. So we would love to share, obviously if you're somebody who's interested in that, we can definitely,
For sure. And it's really, it's something that's very new for us, but we've already had so many clients take advantage of it.
Yes, absolutely. Our third program is a cash offer. So this is where we have a large network of investors, and actually our sister or brother, because it's actually my brother's company, is Encore Acquisitions. And what they do is they come in and they're like an investor. They're making offers on homes that maybe somebody doesn't want to fix it up.
Yes.
It's not in good condition, or they just don't want to deal with it. They need to move for whatever reason, and they're willing to take a discounted number.
Right.
We do, I don't even know. We probably should track this, but we've done so many with them.
We've done so many.
This year alone. And so it's really cool because they can close really quickly. It's a cash offer.
Yes.
And I mean, like 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh,
probably.
no repairs.
No repairs.
Like, it's,
they pay commission.
Yeah. And what I think is important to think about too, because I had this mindset at the very beginning, is that, who would want to take a lower number? Like, I would always want to fix up my property and get what, the highest market value. But honestly, that is not the way everybody thinks. And you would probably be surprised how many people are willing to go this route. And a lot of times you'll come across these properties. Maybe they're inherited. Maybe they were just not able to keep up with the maintenance of the property. And it's one that you would not consider MLS ready. But truthfully, we've sold plenty of MLS ready properties to them as well, for the reasons that you said. So it's really been a combination.
And I think it's a good point that you said, Carrie, that, we always look at it, and I think that's kind of a different mindset, right?
Yes.
Like we were the same way when it came to builder listings.
Yeah.
We were the same way when our program was originally, our buyout program was originally, we were marketing it. People would ask, well, I don't want to list it on the market. Like, I don't
Right.
want to have to do it. Can't you just buy it? And for years we said, nope, nope, nope. We missed out on these opportunities for these leads because we didn't know much about off-market sales. We didn't know much about cash offers. So again, that's another reason why our listeners, really, if you don't have a network near you or you need help finding a network near you, we can help you. Or if
Yes.
you're in the Houston area, there's several. And Andrew, I'll do a plug here for
Yeah.
Andrew's company. Encore Acquisitions is a local company that can help with that as well.
And they're fantastic. It's fast. It's easy. They make the process super simple.
Super easy.
Reliable. It's not going to be one of those investors where they back out at the last minute. I know I've heard horror stories of that too.
Well, we have, I'll share a testimony right now. We had a deal a couple years ago that it was a builder salesperson. It was a home that was only a year or two old, but there was a divorce, and one of those offer pad, I think it was, that
yes,
had the
that's
home,
right.
they had made an offer, and maybe a week or two before closing came back and adjusted their offer for much less.
Yes.
Much, much less. And so Encore actually came in and bought it, saved the deal
It's perfect.
over them. And so I don't think it's a bad idea to even use this as an opportunity to compare. Hey,
For sure.
this is what the offer is. And then you don't have to deal with repairs. And here it is if you do the repairs and go on the MLS.
Yes.
Sometimes that gap isn't as big of a gap for people. Sometimes it's huge, right?
Right.
So again, us realtors, we're advisors. We are solution providers is how we've been looking at it more so.
Absolutely.
We're trying to find the best solution for these clients.
We have, here's all the resources we have, and it is so important, no matter what market you're in, just to have as many resources as possible, so that they're just like we talked about earlier, like just little tools that you have in your tool chest, and you have to figure out when the right time is to pull out those different tools.
Absolutely.
And provide those
Yes.
to your seller.
Okay, so now our final
yes.
program that is definitely pretty different for a realtor company to partner with a company and provide a guaranteed sale for other realtors.
Yes,
Who
who
would have
does
thunk it? So this fifth program is our guaranteed offer, and we were approached by our partner who does a lot of sales all over the country,
Yes.
essentially. And they wanted to essentially roll this program out with us because of our builder network. And essentially, we're the boots on the ground for it.
Yes.
We've had
We're their
some
exclusive
great,
partner.
yes, we're their exclusive partner, and we've had some great success with it. And it is where we offer a guaranteed offer. Well, our partner offers a guaranteed offer for a home that has a realtor representation. So a client is buying new construction, and it's the new one's getting close to being ready.
Mm-hmm.
The other home hasn't sold. The salesperson's asking the realtor, hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And they're getting close to having to likely bust out. Years ago, we were always approached if we could step in. Over the years, we have been asked by other salespeople who have clients under contract who are trying to get their home sold with another realtor if we can then step in. And we are very cautious about that. Nobody wants to be stepping on other realtors' toes. We don't.
Exactly.
The builder doesn't. The state doesn't. We don't want legal trouble, right? So we've essentially steered clear of that until our partner approached us and wanted us to be their exclusive team that is offering this guaranteed sale.
Yeah.
And what we do is we are essentially introducing our partner with that other agent. We are not involved in the transaction. We are just essentially introducing the two so they can make an offer. And that offer, Carrie, is a pretty decent offer as
Absolutely.
a worst case scenario for them.
No, it's great. what it does is it's providing that agent with a tool so that they can get that home sold. So our partner will come in, make an offer, and can purchase that home so the clients can move forward with their new construction home. It is such a cool opportunity for that agent to have a buyout where they don't have to bust out of that new construction home. They can move forward. Now, there is a fee for, for this service. Our partner charges a 7% fee, but again, it's worked for so many people. It just allows that client to move forward. The reason why we really wanted to offer this and we thought that this program was so great is that there are some similarities to our buyout program, including that profit reimbursement.
Profit reimbursement, and it's providing that same tool to the builder salesperson, another realtor, and that client to remove contingencies. And that's essentially what what our goal is for our salespeople, another value add, right?
Our mission is to help our builders sell incremental more homes, right? We want to help them sell more homes than they would have without us. And so providing this as a solution just helps bridge that gap even more than we could before.
So over the years, as these programs have grown and shifted and changed and improved, it's been interesting to see all the different stories, homes we've seen, 1,000 homes we sold last year, but it's really cool because there's some really, really great testimonials that we have shared to our builder partners when we're presenting our programs. Carrie, remind me of the one that had the solar panels?
Oh yeah. Oh gosh,
everything.
We've had so many. So there was one situation we had not too long ago where there were some clients that wanted to get out of their existing home that was in a community where they were still selling new construction. If you're an agent, you know how difficult it can be to sell a resale property in a community where they're still building right, down the street. And that homeowner had also just put solar panels on the property. So there was unpaid off solar and competing new construction. A lot of those are red flags, I would say.
Big hurdles for realtors.
And, ooh, how are we going to get this home sold? But we knew that these clients really wanted to get into their new home. They were actually moving to one of the amazing 55 and up active adult communities that we have in the area. And so we purchased the home through our guaranteed home buyout program. And we did have to hold that home a little longer than we probably wanted to, but we eventually got it sold. And honestly, there's not any other investor out there that would have purchased the home for what we purchased it for, and that would have allowed those clients to move forward with their new home. On that one, we did take a little bit of a loss. We talked about that. That happens sometimes. But for us, we know that builder and that builder salesperson have sent us so many more referrals since then because they know that this program works and it helps them get more homes sold. There was another home that we had.
The original one?
The original one. I don't know how else to describe it.
We should just name these ones.
This one was the original home. So in this example, there was not a lot of things that had been updated in the home, and there were some issues. Roof issue, window issue, termites, galvanized plumbing. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yes.
A lot of things that were a little bit scary as far as risk goes. So we never do this, but we were like, let's just see what other investors might want to buy the home without, we were going to make an offer, but let's just see what other investors might say. So we went to all of the big ones and other ones as well, and no one wanted to touch it. They just were like, nope, we'll pass. We don't want to purchase that property. And so we worked with the seller and we said, look, normally, we wouldn't ask for this, but your inspection report is quite long. There's quite a lot of risk on here. And so we are going to ask for a larger seller concession because we don't know what the next buyer is going to ask for when they come in to make an offer. And so they agreed. They had enough equity in the property. They were able to get out of that home, move into their new home. And guess what? We were able to find a buyer pretty quickly. Fortunately for our seller, that next buyer didn't ask for as much as we thought they might. And so we were able to provide a really hefty profit reimbursement check to that client. So, in a space where even investors don't want to make offers on properties, I think that's what also makes us unique, is that it's us as a company making that decision. We get to evaluate it and we get to say, we're going to do this. We're going to help the builder move forward. And I mean, there's no way that client would have been able to move forward without us.
Yeah, I think we're really creative in that aspect, and we don't have people we have to answer to. So we are a little bit more risk.
Yeah.
We'll take the risk more so.
We're a little bit more flexible.
Yeah, more flexible. So most listeners are probably wondering how they can come up with their own value proposition. And we've talked about it in previous podcasts, but I think it all comes down to several things, thinking outside the box, getting creative, finding somebody that you want to partner with. A lender, a builder, and asking them, right? I mean, that's kind of essentially what we did. Somebody brought it to us. But we made it happen. We found a way. There's a million different ways of providing a value proposition.
Yes.
Several agents at our brokerage at EXP have done it all different ways, and they're all doing amazing.
Right.
So really, in your market, find a partner, and you should be offering a guaranteed sale.
Absolutely. I think that's really important, to find an investor or some type of partner that can offer that guarantee.
Yes. And if you need help, we'd be happy to help. We can hop on a Zoom to discuss. I feel like we're pretty good about being super open and offering our support in any way possible. Also, we are heading to Dallas market soon. So if you are in Dallas or know of an agent in Dallas wanting to get into the builder side, please reach out, as Carrie and I will be there probably in the next few months, starting our outreach to help with our builder partners there.
If you know anyone, let us know. We'd love to talk.
Thanks so much for joining us on the podcast today, and we'll be back soon.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.